Recording. Hi, and welcome to another workshop edition of the Van Man Diaries. Now, everyone's talking about it, so I might as well join in. Let's talk about Corona again. Hopefully I'll get my hit count up. A lot of theories about this Corona, but I've heard that it's an excuse for the police to round up all the criminals while everyone's off the road, off the streets, and otherwise occupied. All sorts of other things. Personally, I'm not into the conspiracy side of it, but it is kind of perfect. I think the world was headed towards a global recession. I think we've got too many old people and not enough pension pot. So, in one fell swoop, they come up with an excuse beyond negligence as to why the global economy will crash. They kill off the old people so they never have to admit to the pension pot deficit, and then the summer comes along and the temperature in the air kills off the virus when it lands on surfaces. They look like heroes for saving the day, and walk away heroes with all their ducks in a row, and sort a few problems out in one fell swoop. One thing that's niggled me since this has all started is if you look on Shpock or Gumtree or any of these classified ads sites, everyone's selling everything. They're probably nothing else to do, so sitting at home, going through their loft and attic and garden shed and having a good old spring clean, advertising all their stuff. But have you tried to buy anything? Nobody wants you to come to their house. Why advertise something if you're not actually going to allow somebody to come and collect it? It makes no sense. So, by all means, put it all to one side, get it all ready, get your advert drafted if you want, but don't advertise the thing until you're actually ready to let it go. So, I don't know, should we be scared of this Corona? A lot of people seem to be. It was hilarious. I was down at the Riverside Walk with my daughter the other day. She was exercising on her scooter, and this lady coming the other way. It was like in a video game. You've got the swinging cutlass, and you've got to time it to get through before your character gets hit. She was like that. She was watching my little girl zigzagging, zooming about, left and right, trying to work out her perfect timing, and then you saw her sprint across the pavement like her life depended on it to try and dart across. My daughter hadn't come within 5 metres of her. She got the mask on, she got everything sorted, so she really didn't have to panic. Anyway, so that was quite amusing, and then 20 minutes later, she's obviously on her way back from the shop, and she was walking past thinking she was safe. My little girl suddenly veered and changed direction and headed towards her. She jumped in a bush to get out of the way. So the paranoia some people have is ridiculous. It's almost developed into a phobia, and a phobia of children, because they've been told that they're potential carriers. Personally, I figure we're all going to get it at some point. You can hide yourself away in your house for 2-3 months, and the second you come out, you're going to get it anyway. So you might as well just enjoy life and get it over and done with as soon as possible, and not feel like an idiot for losing 2 months, as well as then losing however long it takes you to recover when you actually catch it. So, when this is all passed, obviously they're giving loans to businesses and deferring rent and all these things that are supposed to be helpful, but where's the extra money supposed to come from after the fact to be able to pay for it, once you start working again? It's not like all of us are making so much money we can afford to pay our rent twice on those months. It's going to take a while for everything to kick back into gear to get the money flowing again, full stop. A lot of people are going to lose their businesses in that time. It doesn't really help if your business has gone under and you've had your rent deferred for 2 months, because you're never going to pay it. So I think we need to work out, an actual manageable scheme. The government's going to be screwed, because everybody's going to be losing 2-3 months of income. That can be deferred over 2-3 tax years. When are the people going to start paying tax again? They're not going to make any profits in order to make any tax because of this period that's going to completely ruin their bottom line for probably at least 2 years to come. So all the money the government's giving out, they can't get any back because nobody's going to make any money. They won't have any return. What's the future for that? Who's thought about it? I mean, economically, we are so screwed. I mean, I don't know if anyone's got any views on this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can put it in the comment section and tell me where I've gone wrong with that. But I can't see the way forward. And I mean, I've talked about this many times, and nobody. It's probably a pretty controversial, not brilliant thing to bring up, but with this virus hitting people, it's the people that die are apparently the people with underlying health issues. However, how many people really have underlying health issues that they don't even know about? I mean, you've got to think, for the last 50, 60 years, medicine has saved people. You know, prior to that, you probably have 1 in 5 children die within the first year of life because they had some genetic weakness that would have killed them at that early stage. But they've survived, and then they've bred. And these traits have carried through to following generations. So by allowing medicine to cheat fate, to cheat nature, to cheat survival of the fittest, we have now potentially got a very weak species with these underlying genetic problems who are likely to be susceptible to this kind of thing, because we haven't got a medicine to treat it yet, and maybe it's just nature having its clean-up. I don't know. I'm sure I'm probably wrong, and I'm sure somebody will tell me why I'm wrong. But yeah, I think that's why it's so rampant and so rife. I think as a species, we have become too sanitary. So we have because everyone keeps themselves so clean, we have no immunity. We've become weak because we've allowed medicine to cheat nature for too long. And then something like this comes along, which I'm sure would have been minor years ago, but it's hitting us like a sledgehammer. Anyway, a few thoughts. I'll make a few more videos in the days to come because not much else to do. And I'm afraid most of these videos will probably be filmed from the workshop because there ain't no bloody work to go out and do in the van. So, yeah. Please excuse the mislabelling of the Van Man Diaries. It is now the sit on your arse and find ways to occupy your day man diaries. But hey ho, try and keep you entertained. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Ciao ciao.